New York had seen chaos before, but nothing compared to this. The ground shook like thunder as a colossal metallic shape rose above the skyline, its shadow swallowing entire neighborhoods in darkness. Sirens screamed, people ran, and bridges groaned under unimaginable weight. This wasn't a creature, nor a storm, but a machine, a skyscraper-sized mechanical titan known as the Iron Leviathan. And in this moment, the entire city understood one truth: survival was no guarantee. If you're enjoying this story so far, don't forget to subscribe for more epic superhero battles. The Iron Leviathan was controlled remotely by a vengeful tech engineer known as Forgeback, a former Oscorp prodigy dismissed for creating weapons too dangerous to build. His anger simmered for years, until it erupted into a plan for revenge. Now his creation marched through New York, destroying bridges and monuments like they were made of paper. The military attempted to interfere, but every missile and bullet simply bounced off the machine's reinforced armor. Spiderman swung across the city, tracing smoke trails that rose from shattered structures. His heart pounded, not from fear, but from urgency. He'd stopped threats before, but this was bigger than anything he had ever faced. A metal colossus wasn't just strong, it was near indestructible. Yet, giving up was never an option. He whispered to himself, "There's always a way." Even if, for the first time, he wasn't completely sure of that. The Iron Leviathan reached the Brooklyn Bridge. Its massive arm slammed downward, cracking the central support beam. Cars skidded, families screamed, and the entire suspension buckled. Spider-Man appeared instantly, webbing vehicles together, forming temporary safety anchors to keep them from falling. There was no time to comfort them. People needed saving, and the machine needed stopping. The stakes weren't simply high, they were towering, devastating, and immediate. Spider-Man darted up the Iron Leviathan's arm, attempting to analyze its structure. But turrets rotated and fired searing laser bursts that sliced the air. He flipped, spun, and twisted through the assault, acrobatics that would have been impossible for anyone else. His web snapped instantly upon contact with the reinforced armor. "Okay," he muttered breathlessly, "brute force won't work. I need to think smarter." He retreated to a rooftop to strategize, breathing heavily. The Iron Leviathan was unstoppable from the outside. But everything, no matter how strong, had an internal weakness. Power had to come from somewhere. Cooling vents, reactor core, fuel conduits. If he could find a way inside, he could shut the machine down. The only problem, reaching the entry point meant going through heavy fire. Meanwhile, Forgeback watched from his secret control bunker, hands moving over controls with precision and fury. His eyes didn't show joy, only pain masked his purpose. "They took everything from me," he whispered. "Now I take everything back." He didn't see himself as a villain. He saw himself as someone who was wronged, someone correcting injustice. Pain can turn into destruction when left to grow alone. The Iron Leviathan moved toward the Hudson River. The waterfront was industrial, filled with cranes, cargo containers, and heavy equipment. Spider-Man swung ahead of it, choosing the spot intentionally. Here, the environment could be used. Cranes could become obstacles. Containers could become shields. Structures could become traps. He didn't need to overpower the machine, he just needed to outthink it. He began anchoring reinforced web lines between cranes, creating tension paths strong enough to redirect force. He rerouted industrial lights into high-powered beams to disorient targeting sensors. And he positioned cargo containers as impact cushions. This wouldn't stop the Iron Leviathan, it would only slow it. But slowing it was enough to buy time. And time was the difference between survival and destruction. The Iron Leviathan arrived, smashing through dock platforms. Spider-Man launched into motion, using cranes like stepping stones. Laser turrets targeted him, but he moved in looping arcs and unpredictable swings. The machine's programming lagged behind his instincts. He wasn't just fast. He was improvisational, a style no algorithm could predict. He slipped into a ventilation port near the machine's upper structure. Inside, the halls vibrated with mechanical pulse. Heat radiated from walls. It felt alive, almost breathing. Through tunnels and grated walkways, he pushed deeper, until he saw it, the core. A rotating energy cylinder glowing with blinding power. One wrong move would end everything. Using conductive webbing, Spider-Man anchored lines across the core's stabilizers. Pulling them would overload the system. He braced himself, gritted his teeth, and pulled. Sparks erupted. The machine groaned like a dying beast. Its joints buckled. Its footsteps faltered. The Iron Leviathan was falling. Forgeback saw the collapse on his screens. He didn't scream. He didn't fight. He simply stared, eyes filled with grief. His creation, his masterpiece, his last meaning, was gone. Not defeated. Just gone. He sank to his knees, whispering, "It wasn't supposed to end like this." The Iron Leviathan crashed into the river, sending water plumes into the sky. Emergency crews rushed in. Civilians emerged from hiding. Spider-Man climbed out slowly, exhausted but standing. He didn't pose. He didn't celebrate. He simply breathed. Because sometimes, survival itself was the victory. Forgeback was arrested quietly. He offered no resistance. Meanwhile, Spider-Man looked at his city, broken but alive. Being a hero wasn't about glory. It was about refusing to stop. Even when the threat was enormous. Even when fear was real. Because some battles are won not with power, but with heart. Thanks for watching. See you in the next chapter.